Thanks, everyone. I'm going to have a go at sharing my my screen here. So hopefully we can all see Richard's kitchen nightmares. So Richard Smith, I'm the VP of Sales here at Refract. Although you can call me Richard Ramsey today, I'm going to be talking to you about why winnable deals are being lost by your remote reps in the kitchen table. I've promised not to swear as much as Gordon to James, though, so don't worry about that. I'll keep this quite PG. Here's the reality. A year ago, the sales floor as we know it was lost overnight. Reps were now working deals literally from their kitchen tables. We no longer were able to overhear how their calls and demos were going in the banks of desks next to us in the office. We no longer had the opportunity of those awkward conversations as they walked out of the meeting rooms with laptops in hand, and they would give us a 30-second sort of summary as to how that inbound demo just went. And no, all of that has gone, and we lack that visibility as to what is actually happening with our remote reps at home. And all the while, we're sat there as sales leaders looking in the CRM every single day, and we're seeing deals being switched to close lost. We're seeing opportunities stuck at the same stage of the pipeline for weeks on end. Yet it was only a month ago that our reps were telling us what a great initial discovery conversation they had with that opportunity. It was only a month ago that opportunity looked like it had so much traction and the brakes have been put on it. Thankfully here at Refract, we analyze literally tens of thousands of calls, demos, virtual meetings every single month. And through that analysis of those conversations, we've been able to identify 10 reasons why your winnable deals are being lost by your remote reps today. And I'm going to profile 3 of those today. If you stick around to the end, we'll actually share some access to get access to the other 7. So here's the key thing I want to put across here is that I know that some of these will sound familiar, but I can promise you that today, this week, maybe even as this event is taking place right now, your reps are losing deals for these exact reasons. So the first one I wanted to choose to be profiled was need to be liked. And the reason I chose this one is that because data supports that need to be liked is the biggest sales DNA predictor of success. In fact, Objective Management Group, who assess over 2 million salespeople, identified that 86% of the weakest sales performers have a need to be liked by their prospects. Yet only 11% of top sales performers do have this desire. The reason why so many deals are getting lost to no decision is due to a need to be liked. Sales reps who suffer from this will much quickly lean into having nice, friendly conversations with prospects where they refrain from asking those really tough questions which truly move the needle. As such, prospects come away from those conversations with it cemented in their head that actually the current state is perfectly sensible to stick with. Why would I want to move? People who have a need to be liked don't ask questions around personal motivation, personal impact, because they're worried it might upset the prospect. They're worried it might make the prospect emotional. Yet the reason that people buy from us is because they get emotional. They're not happy with how they're doing things right now. And finally, salespeople who are suffering from a need to be liked, why they're losing these winnable deals. They've been warped to believe that this phrase, people buy from people, means people buy from people they like. It can't be further from the truth. People buy from people they trust. And if you ask any prospect why they bought from the salesperson, it was because they say that salesperson truly understood my world. They asked me the questions that revealed problems I didn't realize I had, and that's why they bought. The second reason that we're going to profile as to why your reps are losing winnable deals they should be winning is that they're missing the emotive nuggets in the sales conversations they're having. We see at Refract here sales calls sometimes full to the brim of emotive nuggets, but we also see in those same sales calls, salespeople failing to capitalize on those emotive nuggets. Emotive nuggets are the specific keywords and phrases that indicate pain, problems, and opportunities. I think if you identify these in your calls, these are the keys to getting deal velocity and helping to accelerate deals along the pipeline. Examples of these may include words like frustrated, challenging, tricky, or even phrases like not as much as we would like. Behind these emotive nuggets are the keys to success. Yet what we often see is salespeople struggling to actively listen to pick up on these words, or if they do hear them, they fail to uncover what's really actually behind those words and phrases. In fact, it was just this morning I was actually in Refract, and Refract profiled to me a sales conversation where two of these words were actually profiled in the call. And you can see here the prospect mentioned the word challenging twice. Yet, despite that, the sales rep failed to actually understand what is it that's challenging? What does that mean? What's the impact on that? This was a great example of a deal that's a winnable deal that was starting to go south, but actually able to pick up on this and react to it really quickly. And that's a very salient point, because what we tend to see within our own sales team and our customers is that it's never too late to go back when you miss these emotive nuggets. If you replay your conversations, if you flag where these are being said in your sales calls, we've got evidence of where salespeople have picked the phone back up to their prospects, admitted that they didn't do a good job of picking up on those nuggets the first time around, and it's actually led to deals. It's actually helped them rescue the winnable deals that they were about to lose. And finally, week next steps. And I know you're thinking, Richard, it's so obvious. You're going to tell me salespeople who don't set times and dates for the next call. Well, actually, that's not what we see when salespeople lose winnable deals. It's not for those reasons. It's actually much more complex than that. It's actually salespeople who are not asking those killer next step questions that ensure that they themselves understand the steps to close. Too often we see in sales calls, salespeople asking questions at the end of their demos, discovery calls, with things such as, so Mr. Prospect, where should we go next? Or what happens from here? Or what would you like to do next? These are terrible questions to ask, because ultimately, especially when selling to inexperienced buyers, the buyers are asking, or don't know how to buy. They've never bought from that type of product or service before. So the prospect's saying things in response such as, like, let me go away and speak with my boss. Let me go away and digest this, and maybe, let's catch up in a couple of weeks' time. The reality is the prospect doesn't know what to do next. Winnable deals are being lost because your salespeople are not controlling the next steps. They're not prescribing what should happen next, who should get involved in those conversations, what is the next phase in moving this deal along. As I mentioned, there is only time to profile 3 of these reasons, but you can see the other 7 that we've identified. And if you want to find out more about every other reason that we've profiled here, about why your reps are losing winnable deals around the kitchen table today, then if you go to the URL refract.ai/nightmares, you can access a free cheat sheet which will go into each of those 10 reasons in more detail, and importantly, exactly what you can do to solve them and galvanize and save more deals from going south. So yeah, refract.ai/nightmares for that free cheat sheet. And yeah, look forward to connecting with you on LinkedIn if you want to find out more.